Yeah. What's up? I'm trying to do two of these a week. That's the new goal. Y'all should hold me accountable. At least 1 to 2 videos a week. Um, while I'm in the zone, I feel a little woozy, honestly. I'm like, shit, maybe I woke up too early today, just getting everything done. Before I get to continuing on with my Sunday, this thought just been, as I'm walking home from running errands, this thought was just at the forefront. Man talk, man shit. We gonna write it out, man. I'll have it right here in the brain. Can it just stay there? Let's write it out. So one, if you're like me, you have to raise yourself. Not growing up with parents to guide you, give you the things that a child needs. Uh, if you're anything like me, then you know what that's like. So raising yourself. What's this two shit? All right, maybe that's it. Raising yourself as a man, right? Raising yourself as a man, it can be done. I feel like me and a lot of my homies are doing it, but it still has, you're still gonna have holes in your game. You're still gonna have flaw. It's a continuing process. It never ends, and you got to come to terms with the fact that, like, if you're like me, you didn't grow up with that father figure, so you're everlasting. So I used to not like telling my age, but now I don't even care, and I feel um accomplished to make it to this age. I'm turning 43 next month. And to this day, what striked all of these thoughts, this man talk, man thoughts, had a little almost altercation last night, and I'm like, damn, like, why? Why it was actually my man's, but I was present, and there's certain things where I'm just like, why didn't I handle it this way? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And I immediately go to, well, damn, if I had a dad growing up to teach me certain things, I would know how to react in certain ways. But instead, it's just a never ending second guessing myself. Like, am I making the right decision? Am I being a man? So raising yourself, learning from scratch, right? So you got that, raising yourself. Two, in order to be an adult, a full grown adult, a full man, in my opinion, like, um, you got to accept you got to accept the cards you're dealt, and no excuses. Stop making excuses. Whoa, this thing is writing it for me. uh you can't let your wounds, I'm gonna write it all out first. I'm gonna write it all out, not making excuses. Then the third point I want to make is it doesn't even matter anyway. um So let's break these three little things down. That's just at the tip of my cranium right now. If you're like me, you had to raise yourself, right? Um, Learning from scratch, learning from observation. You have to be very observant to survive in this world. Uh, um, it's not easy, obviously, but especially raising yourself without guidance, it's just more hoops to jump through. And then the second point, even with the wounds, even if you have a sprained ankle, you still got a ball. Even if you, like, there's no excuse. You still have to go to war every day. You could be, if you're cut, it's just like, all right, patch it up and keep going. And people don't want to hear that you've been cut. People don't want to hear. It's just like, what you limping for? You know what I mean? Like, that is the mind fuck of this reality. As a full grown human, as an adult, people just expect you to play ball and stop making excuses. Uh, they tell black people that it's just like, well, 400 years of oppression and slavery, and let's forget about genetic trauma and all the scientific evidence of all the experiments that have been done on black people. Stop making up excuses and just go make it happen. And both are true. I think as a man, I look at it comparing black people as a whole to just me as a man. Um, both are true. It still hurts, and it's still something that uh, is holding us back. It's almost like that parachute, resistant parachute thing. I don't know if you ever see it where you're running, but there's like a parachute pulling you back. Now you could run, and it makes you stronger. You're training your body to run with resistance. But you can't sit here and act like we don't got a parachute on our backs while we're trying to run forward. Like people be trying to act dumb. And I feel it's the same thing with a man. It's like, man shit. Um, I didn't grow up with a father figure or many masculine figures in my life. So I had to learn. I'm still learning how to be a man, how to handle confrontations. That's something I low key have like always had issues with handling confrontations. Like I know how to fight. I know, but I don't want to fight. Like I'm going out to meet bitches, not fight. Uh, but I know how to. I train ready for war and combat, but handling confrontations without even just going there or, de-escalating all of that, whatever. Man shit. Even just dating, not letting the fact that I didn't have a father growing up mess my current and future life up, because who knows how long, much more longer my dad and my parents are going to be on this earth. But after a while, they, if things go in the order it's supposed to, they're supposed to go before I go. And what, I'm just gonna be still sitting here saying, well, my dad just didn't do this and my mom didn't do this. It's like nobody wants to hear that shit, but it still hurts. It's still painful. Um and it's still a resistance. Uh but stop making up excuses. This and my mom didn't do this. It's like nobody wants to hear that shit, but it still hurts. Okay, well the audio sounds good. Checking to see if anybody tuned in. But and then the third thing, that's it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't even matter anyway. That's the other mind fuck. I think that's the biggest mind fuck for me. Um it doesn't matter anyway. Even if I saw a meme that said, I saw a meme should be like, damn, that should be a t-shirt idea or something. Uh oh, anything that starts with I saw a meme, our generation. I saw a meme that said, well, it was a chick's post that said, dudes who did not have fathers growing up seem to be better dads than the ones that had father figures, better dads and better men than the ones that do have father figures. And I had to really think about it. And I'm like, damn, I'm not with the feminine, not feminine, but the female propaganda gender war shit. But I was like, when things are true, when I see a truth is truth. And I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not gonna say that, of course it's not 100%, but I can see the truth in that because the pain of not having a dad makes kind of forces you to be stronger and come up with your own way of being a man, as opposed to if you have a dad in your life that's not a good influence, but he's present and he's giving you a fucked up influence. um uh that creates these narcissist people or whatever, or people that are even broken in that way. If you have a bad influence as parents in the house, and I see that it's like I say it in my songs all the time. I've seen people that had both parents in the crib and still have crazy mental health issues, and still have something that they're like missing. And even if I say it doesn't matter anyway, because even if you have the parents, the father that you think well, if I just had a dad that would have taught me this and taught me that, you're still going to find fault and issues and still have flaws in yourself. Mitzi, leave the cat alone. Still going to have flaws and hiccups with your parents, even if you have the ones in your life. It's always going to be something. And I think it doesn't matter anyway, it just goes right back to the spirit world, the universe, the bigger picture. Uh, we are just in this life, to me, as I'm walking high and kind of fasting and hungry. My fasting brain is showing me again that this is like a play. When you go outside and you step into the world, it's like a play. It's like some entertainment, some higher entities entertainment, or something to play out. We are just characters in this thing, and it doesn't matter anyway. Even if you have the parents you think you need, or the life that you think like, oh, if I just had this, I would be fulfilled. Even if you have it, there's still going to be something that's going to feel like it's missing, or that you're striving for. You still might just hate your parents, even if they do everything for you. And that's the crazy part about life. It's just, yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. So, man talk. The growth never stops. You to be a man, you got to get to the point where you don't let your past hurt your current and your future, and come to the realization that it don't matter any goddamn way. There's always gonna be something. So there's no point of wishing you had a different deck of cards dealt to you. There's no point. There's still gonna be something missing. So yeah, that's the thoughts that just came to me as I was walking and doing my laundry just now. Um, Yo, y'all drop some comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. I think that was a good one. That I like this little pip, these little, little chalkboards. Yeah, man. All right, I did it, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If you did, or rewatching this, share it with somebody. Drop some comments on your thoughts and all of that. And off to another Sunday. Peace.